Everton have come on leaps and bounds since David Moyes returned to the helm in January after so many years away. However, there are plenty of wrinkles that still need ironing out, with Tuesday evening's Carabao Cup defeat at Molineux illustrating that fact. The Toffees have gone 30 years without silverware, and Wolverhampton Wanderers handed them their fourth third-round defeat in the competition in 5 years. 1 point from 6 available in recent Premier League outings, a point against Aston Villa at the Hill Dickinson Stadium, and then defeat at Anfield, emphasize the task on Moyes' hands if he wishes to restore the Merseysiders to their one-time standing and consistency during his first term at the club, but he has the tools to achieve this. After all, Everton signed Jack Grealish from Manchester City on loan for the duration of the 2025-26 season, didn't they? Grealish was at a crossroads this summer, having fallen by the wayside at Man City, sinking further and further into the fringes across the second half of his time at the illustrious outfit. Everton and Moyes offered him a lifeline, and he has taken it with both hands, already registering 4 assists in the Premier League and being crowned the division's Player of the Month for August. Everton lacked fluency and drive in attack last season, and they needed a more passionate approach this year. But Grealish wears his passion on his sleeves, and he's built upon a skill set of flair and guile and sparkle. Pep Guardiola once hailed the three-lion star for his aggressive nature on the pitch, but this wasn't always on show at City. Now, though, the 30-year-old has restored his bite down the left flank, not just creating, but getting stuck in two, with SofaScore recording that he has averaged 7.2 duels per game so far. Grealish is a sensation, but whether he is the finest forward in Everton's ranks is a debatable thing when Iliman Ndiaye also plies his craft under Moyes' wing. Ndiaye has been a revelation at Everton, signed for just £15 million in July 2024. Only spending 1 term in France with Marseille, the Senegalese winger struggled to get going after previously starring in the Championship with Sheffield United, where his performances earned many plaudits. And he picked up where he left off in England, hailed for his dynamite quality when on the ball by Sky Sports' Jamie Redknapp. Across all competitions last term, Ndiaye scored 11 goals for the Toffees, more than any of his teammates. He hasn't quite settled into his finest form this season, but Ndiaye has still been fantastic under Moyes' wing, scoring twice and assisting once. When collating his match data with Grealish's over these opening weeks of the campaign, it becomes all the more clear that Grealish has some fierce internal competition as he plays his way toward contention for the Player of the Year and indeed steers Everton to heights unscaled in many recent years. As you can see, most of the effusive noise might be directed toward Grealish so far this term, but Ndiaye is on a level with the England international, and he's 5 years younger besides. Both are electric and pacey players, and there's a neat balance in Grealish's playmaking emphasis and Ndiaye's more direct approach. It's also worth noting that the former Marseille man is earning just £45,000 per week at Everton, and while a bumper pay rise is sure to be on technical director Angus Kinnear's radar, it's an illustration of the shrewd business completed in reeling him over. Farhad Moshiri's dysfunctional reign was characterized by many bungled deals, but credit must be paid for the addition of Ndiaye. Grealish, meanwhile, is one of the best-paid players in the Premier League, and though he's playing like it across the opening weeks of his Everton career, Ndiaye is quite the wide forward himself, and he's permanently on the Toffees' books besides. In any case, both superstars are more than happy to be playing their football on Merseyside, beaming grins clear for all to see. While Everton have hit the jackpot with the addition of Grealish, it's important to remember that he is only a loanee. A permanent stay down the line isn't out of the question, but it will present a new financial obstacle for Kinnear and co. Ndiaye is already on the books, of course, and he just keeps on going from strength to strength, potent in the final third, but also a willing defender, a crisp passer, and a breakneck runner. Data-driven platform FBref underscore all this. Across the past year, the African talent ranks among the top 17% of attacking midfielders and wingers across Europe for pass completion, the top 7% for progressive carries, and the top 9% for tackles per 90. A carry is considered progressive if the ball is moved towards the opponent's goal at least 10 yards from its starting point or is carried into the penalty area. Watch him continue to improve. Here is a talisman. Here is a player who can match Moyes' ambitions over the coming years. Everton must only resist any inevitable efforts from interested parties. And while a price tag is unknown, it's clear that the Toffees would demand a stratospheric sum for their star.